On today's show,
a search for family history. Television journalist Alex Wagner comes to campus to speak about finding her roots.
driving to a good cause. ELN Volunteers helps students get out into the community to make an impact.
And Area 51. We find out if students are really going to make the trip to, quote, see them aliens.
All that and more.
ELN Morning starts right now.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today for ELN Morning. I'm Ashley Moran.
And I'm Baylor Rodman. We are starting with breaking news. Overnight, ELN announced that the Kappa Sigma fraternity is no longer a part of ELN's campus.
Our Jack Norcross is live outside Kappa Sigma's former on-campus fraternity house with the latest. Jack?
Good morning, Ashley and Baylor. That is right. Kappa Sigma International has revoked the charter of the ELN chapter of Kappa Sigma. Now, this was a decision made by the national chapter and not the university. Chapter presidents were notified of this decision last night, and the university, even though they did not make the decision, they decided to release a statement late last night. Let me read it to you now as we put it up on the screen. ELN Kappa Sigma chapter was found responsible for multiple honor code violations last spring, including incidents of disorderly conduct, unauthorized use of alcohol, compromising the well-being and academics of new members, and destruction and defacing property. Now, back outside here live, you can see behind me that the house no longer has the Kappa Sigma Greek letters on the side of it. That's because all of the members living in this house, they've been asked to leave, and they have until Sunday to do so. We're being told by Physical Plant that they are being relocated to other places across campus. Now, we knocked on the door this morning to see if we could get comment. We did not get any response. I'm Jack Norcross, live outside Loy Center tonight. Have a good morning.
Thank you, Jack. For more information on this story, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Author of this year's Common Reading, Alex Wagner, is on campus today to speak about her personal identity journey, documented in her book, Future Face. Wagner, a CBS contributor and host of The Circus on Showtime, says she hopes readers gain some empathy when reading her book.
I hope if there's a little bit of the book as a training manual to try and think better about our fellow Americans. And this was my attempt at trying to sort of see a way where we can build a little bit of a bridge.
To hear more of Wagner's story, she will be presenting again today at 2:20 in Global Commons.
Sexual health on college campuses is always an area of concern, but recently STDs are becoming a growing interest, especially in the South. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Statistica show that HIV rates among other STIs are rising, especially across the region, including North Carolina. Dr. Angela Kashuba, the incoming dean of the pharmacy school at UNC Chapel Hill, has been doing research in the HIV field for over 20 years. In a speech to ELN on Tuesday, she said she hopes students move past the stigma of sexually transmitted diseases and take care of themselves.
There is no shame in getting tested. There is no shame in protecting yourself from HIV. There's no shame in getting treated for HIV.
On ELN's campus, Students Promoting Awareness, Responsibility, and Success, or SPARKS, launches initiatives to break down the stigma around STDs and sexual health. Junior SPARKS coordinator Emily Sedgwick says breaking the stigma revolves around education and conversation.
And I also think that there's kind of the fear of seeming too out there. If you talk about sex a lot, people might think, oh, you're a more provocative person, when really you just want to do it healthily and just open up the conversation.
SPARKS offers resources for STI testing monthly and other safe sex supplies. You can find their office in the Mosley Student Center.
Tonight, the Truett Center is celebrating Eid al-Adha, even though the holiday was over a month ago. The name of the Islamic holiday translates to the Festival of the Sacrifice. Eid al-Adha emphasizes spending time with family and friends. We have Noor Irshadat live in the studio today to tell us why the holiday is so important. Good morning, Noor. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
So, could you tell us why the university is celebrating the holiday so late?
So basically the holiday this year was celebrated August 11th and 14th, and it really depends on the moon because the Islamic calendar is a lunar calendar. So not being during the school year, we try to support our Muslim communities and help other communities of ELN, members of the ELN community, to learn more about the tradition. So we celebrate it now.
So how do you feel about it being celebrated so late?
I think it's good as long as we're coming together. The whole idea of this celebration is coming out with friends and gatherings and sharing feasts and gifts, and having it so late, it doesn't really matter because I celebrated with my family. Now I'm celebrating it with my friends.
And how do you feel about the event coming up tonight? Are you excited, or what can we expect?
I'm really excited. There's going to be food, there's going to be henna, there's going to be trivia, and it's like a way to help people learn why is it called the celebration of sacrifice, and it's just a way for us to commemorate God's commanding of Prophet Abraham to sacrifice his son and then providing him with a sheep instead. It's just a way to show what we believe in.
Well, thank you so much, Nora, for joining us today. And if you're looking to attend, the event is being held in the McBride Sacred Space tonight at 6.
And coming up, a bus driving to a good cause. How you can take a ride along.
And after the break, I'll let you know if this summer weather is going to be sticking around for much longer.
Our John Sarver is live on Citroen Plaza. John?
Thank you, Baylor and Ashley. It is shaping up to be a gorgeous week here on ELN's campus. Starting with today's forecast, we're expecting clear highs with a high of 74 and a low of 49. And transitioning to the Phoenix 5-day forecast, we are expecting clear skies for the next 5 days, starting with Friday and a high of 78. And then we're expecting some of that summer weather to come back this weekend with a high of 85 on Saturday and a high of 87 on Sunday. And then as you head back to class on Monday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 87. And then Tuesday, we'll have a high of 88 and a low of 62 and clear skies. That's all for my Phoenix 5-day forecast. Baylor and Ashley, back to you.
Thanks, John.
The wheels on the bus go round and round serving people in our community. ELN Volunteers Get on the Bus program will bring students to different service sites on 6 Fridays this semester. Tomorrow they will be going to the Boys and Girls Club. ELN senior and lead ambassador for ELN Volunteers, Kelly Valerio, says she hopes to get students on board.
You're hesitant about getting involved in service, it's really important to kind of check out these programs at these different community partners because you get to experience different sites.
As a leader with ELN Volunteers, Valerio says she hopes freshmen can find their place through volunteering.
This is kind of just the headway of all the freshmen coming together in the fall, and this is what we do.
If you are interested in getting on the bus with ELN Volunteers, Valerio says to simply show up at 2:45 p.m. at the BioBus stop in front of the Mosley Center. You can also sign up for their other programs on Phoenix Connect.
You might remember hearing about a nationwide plan to raid Area 51 to, quote, see them aliens over the summer. Area 51 is a highly classified U.S. Air Force facility in southern Nevada. The nationwide raid is scheduled for this Saturday, and even students at ELN were interested in blasting off. Take a look. There have been movies.
It would be easier to rob a bank than to break into Area 51.
And themed beers. But now people from all over the country are looking to end the mystery by storming Area 51. ELN senior Annie LeMasters is the mastermind behind the Facebook event, ELN Carpool to Raid Area 51. LeMasters says she doesn't actually plan on attending the raid, but says she created it after seeing the meme on social media, thinking it would be funny.
Probably some people will go to Area 51. I don't think any ELN students will, just because it's a bit far away, but I'll be interested to see what comes of the raid.
The drive from ELN to the maximum security site would take close to 36 hours. Given the far distance, LeMaster says she was surprised to see over 500 people interested in her event.
If there were aliens, I could see the government wanting to cover that up. So I think this is a time where people aren't trusting the government very much. So I think it does make sense that people have some questions about what they might be hiding.
A recent poll by YouGov says more than half of U.S. adults think it's likely the U.S. government knows more than it's telling us about UFOs, 27% saying it's unlikely. Elon freshman Catherine Dower isn't convinced the American people have the full story.
I mean, there's got to be some sort of life out there. I don't know if it's like in a UFO or it's particularly intelligent, but I guess it's a weirder thought to think that we're all alone in this gigantic universe. So.
And while students like Elon senior Isaiah Hill won't be making the trip, he hopes others do.
I don't know if I'll be partaking, but I think people should go. If you have time, if you have free time, why not go? I hope you see something interesting and live to tell a story about it.
You know, Baylor, I was actually invited to this event on Facebook.
As was I. How I got the idea for the story, but not sure I recommend going.
And if you're thinking about making the trip to Area 51, I've got a recipe to teach you how to make some alien slime after the break.
Good morning and welcome back. We are continuing the Area 51 theme here at ELN Morning, and we are now joined by our Grace Morris, who is here to teach us how to make alien slime. Grace, good morning to you, and thank you for joining us.
Of course. So this is a very simple recipe to make alien slime. It requires about 3 ingredients. You got water, you've got your craft glue here, and then laundry detergent or borax solution. Now, this slime, if you want to go ahead and touch it, it is very malleable, very squishy, nice stress reliever. It's not good to eat though. Definitely if you have any little kids, make sure not to eat it because of the laundry detergent, it'll kind of upset your stomach. It's not going to be good for them, but it's safe to handle and to play with. And
shall we see how it's made? That's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for joining us.
For all the news you need to know when we're not on the air, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, and follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great day, Elon.